Tanzania's disputed election sparks protests and raises alarming questions. The streets of Tanzania have become a battleground for democracy, as protests rage on for a second day following a highly contested election. This political turmoil has not only claimed lives, but has also exposed the fragile state of Tanzania's democratic process. But here's where it gets controversial. The ruling Chama cha Mapinduzi CCM party, which has held power since 1961, sought to extend its reign in an election where the main opposition candidates were barred from running. Incumbent President Samia Suluhu Hassan faced little challenge from 16 other candidates from smaller parties, many of whom barely campaigned. And this is the part most people miss: the low turnout on election day and the subsequent chaos that erupted in the afternoon. Protesters burned a bus and a gas station, attacked police stations, and vandalized polling centers. 2 lives were lost in this turmoil, according to Amnesty International, yet the government remains silent on the casualties. The government's response has been swift and severe. A curfew was imposed in Dar es Salaam, the commercial capital, and the military was deployed to the streets. Public servants were asked to work from home to limit movement. Roadblocks manned by the Tanzanian army were set up across the country, restricting the movement of non-essential workers. Hundreds of protesters, undeterred, breached security barriers to access a road leading to the main airport, though they were unable to enter. Amnesty International has called for investigations into police use of force against protesters. Ferry services to Zanzibar, an autonomous archipelago, were suspended, and Tanzanians cast ballots for a president, parliament members, and ward councillors. However, the main opposition leader, Tundu Lissu, remains in prison on treason charges for calling for electoral reforms, and the presidential candidate from the second-largest opposition party was barred from running. This situation raises critical questions about the state of democracy in Tanzania. Is this a fair and just electoral process? What does it mean for the future of Tanzanian politics and the voice of its people? These are the questions we must ask and discuss as we witness this unfolding drama. What are your thoughts on this situation? Do you think the government's actions are justified, or is this a suppression of democratic rights? Let's engage in a respectful discussion in the comments.